Now, this is simply amazing. Reflecting on March 2025 content, looking forward to 2025 April. Now, that is a concept right there. But yes, we are back with our monthly shitty PowerPoint. We love it. We're here to talk about all the things we did in March, all the things we hope to do in April, and the mess we've made, because March was not the best month, as we can see from this very first slide. Scripted videos. There were no scripted videos in the month of March 2025. It's truly disgusting. 0 on the Kyle Entertainment channel, which is 2 less than last month, and 0 on the Footy ENT channel, which is, no, it is 1 less than last month, because I got the one that I didn't end up editing properly, the season preview video, out last month on Footy ENT. Now, honestly, when I think back on March, I'm like, well, what happened here? Where did we all go wrong? I literally have no idea what I did in March. Like, for the first few weeks, like, we had a cyclone here. That didn't really affect anything. I guess I had to work more, which is funny, because it's a cyclone. You'd think I'd work less. So I had to do, like, 11 out of 12 days or something. And that messed me up, I think, a little bit. And I was just like, oh, work, can't do videos if working, lol. Even though I probably could. So that's an issue, potentially. The other issue is I am working on 2 pretty big videos. Obviously, the 2 videos that came out last month were much shorter. They were the 2 very short Pokemon ones. And these next 2 are probably too big of videos, though I am chopping and changing them right now. These 2 videos are the Pokemon Battles video, which is the slow iteration of how Pokemon battles evolve over the beginning portions of the Pokemon anime, and how they eventually come to be these great, grand, epic spectacle 6-on-6 battles that everybody loves, the greatest fight scenes in anime history. And the other one is the first Last of Us Part 2 video, which is basically just a general analysis of the first 10 minutes of that game. That will end up being like a 40-minute long video. The Last of Us video is a super old video. Part of me working on it this month was going back to a bunch of scripts from literally 2020 and seeing if there was anything I wanted to include, chopping stuff over, editing stuff through. I did record at one point part of the audio for the beginning of this, but I didn't like it at all. And then I edited the script a little bit. I should probably... This was something I was doing a lot more at the end of last year. I know it was definitely the case for the Destiny video. Where I was like recording stuff before I'd finished the script, and I think that's a very bad idea. But at some point you're like, oh, I just want to record something so I can stop scripting and it'll feel like the video is like more in production than it is. But yeah, I think I just have to ignore that, because I really need to finish the video, because you always want to like reference where you're going to end the video at the beginning of the video in the introduction. There's also like you would think, obviously, you would know. But with my videos, I never know where it's going to really end up. It's sort of through the process and the first draft, it gets somewhere. And then with the knowledge of the full thing, you can go back and rewrite and restructure things, kinda. I haven't really finished a full draft for either of these videos. I have done, like, the first bit of both of these videos, like, 5 or 6 times. It's very annoying. But I would say and this is always the case with me with my bigger or more conceptual videos, I guess. Even the smaller ones, this always happens. I get confused of what the video is about. This is sort of the point I bring up here. Both are being troublesome and confusing me at part. And confusing me at parts, I think I meant here. I think I've finally figured them both out. Kind of, I think I have a structure for both of them now. But it's sort of like, in what order... to structure things, like when do you want to bring up points? Like with the Pokemon Battles video, do I literally go through every battle, or do I talk about like the opening battles generally, and then the middle battles and the end battles? Do I just say the general points and not even really go into examples outside of just referencing them? Does the footage work as just the examples? With the Last of Us Part 2 video, it's also like, I'm going to probably play the full scene at some point. Do I play it here? Do I play part of it here, then talk here? Do I play it all the way through, then do a general thing, then get into specifics? What does the intro look like? And I always end up going on tangents, and it's always difficult to see, like, which tangent is related, which tangent can you make into your own video like I did with the last 2 Pokemon videos? Which tangent do you just need to cut out in general? Are the tangent, if you cut this tangent from this part, are you ever going to be able to talk about the tangent point ever again? So then do you shoehorn it into the video? These are all very difficult questions that you have to go back and forth on. And at some point, like, the video becomes about the tangent almost, or you realize that the tangent is the point of the video. It's a little annoying and confusing, but this is just sort of the iteration process, especially, and it gets a lot worse with longer videos. Because you can much more easily get lost. But yeah. Where was I up to in this thingy? I looked at my phone for a second. Can you believe it? What is the topic of the video? You do get confused on that. It's like, is this just a general video about battles? Do I want to talk about how the little, like, visual motifs change throughout the battles? Or do I want to talk grandly about their place in the narrative? But then that sort of opens me up to talk about the non-battle episodes. So at what point is this just literally a review of the beginning of the Pokemon anime? It's very confounding. There is a good part about both these videos is that I think they will be relatively easy to edit because a lot of it is just referencing footage. And there's not a lot of things where I talk about more general concepts that it's like, oh, what the fuck do I even put on screen for this point? Like with the Pokemon battles, I'll be showing the battle I'm talking about or examples of the things I'm talking about. With The Last of Us Part 2, it'll just be like the scenes. So that means they could both come out this month, yippee. I'm trying not to split off elements further into smaller videos like I did with the last 2 videos. I'm trying not to do that. Hopefully at least 2 main channel videos and hopefully 1 footy ENT video will come out in April. I don't think anybody that listens to this knows anything about football, but I kind of been toying with this Jerome Luai Tigers idea. It was one that I wanted to do in the preseason. And now it's sort of worked out because they are 2-2, so they have been improving. He's also suspended this week, so maybe I'd have to wait till next week. Also, he might not be the best Tigers signing this year because Terrell May is there. But these are all things I would have to consider or do a different video idea. I honestly didn't think about footy ENT like once last month. I don't even think, even though I'm watching a bunch of football games because the season has started. I wanted to get more than one Last of Us video out before the show premieres on April 13th, but I have no idea how I'm going to pull that off. In my head, I was going to get the first 2 videos, because they are about early scenes that'll probably be in early episodes of The Last of Us Season 2, which I kind of don't want to see before I've made these videos, but I kind of want to finish the battles video before I finish the Last of Us video, which is troubling, because what, am I going to finish this Pokemon battles video in the next few days? Probably not. We'll just have to see. And like ruining the pattern of like the 3 Pokemon videos that are all sort of connected coming out together is kind of what I want to do. Anyway, it's not really the biggest deal if I do because hopefully the show changes it quite a bit to be convenient to me right now, but we'll see. But yes, no scripted videos, so there's not a lot to talk about on this front. There are these 2 videos coming, hopefully. Unscripted videos. These were also down from last month. There were 6 unscripted videos were uploaded to secondary ENT this month, minus 4 from last month, because there was 10 apparently. And I made 1 ordinary RE appearance, which is the same as last month, which was the same review series where our final part of our Star Wars review series, until we do the great Obi-Wan Kenobi, that is, came out this month. The 6 unscripted videos, as I have them listed here. The Last of Us Season 2 trailer reaction did the best, breaking 1K, which was kind of surprising, but I did have a clickbaity thumbnail and title and kind of a thumbnail. It was basically questioning whether or not they were going to do it. I guess I'm not spoiling The Last of Us Season 2 here. You're lucky. There were 2 Chainsaw Man chapter reviews. Fujimoto be lazy AF, you know what I'm saying? They both got about 150 views, which is okay. That's like the default for a Chainsaw Man chapter review. Sometimes they get a lot of views, sometimes they get less views than that. And 3 other videos didn't get many views at all. The Pokemon trailer reaction to the ZA reveal, which I thought was okay, but I don't know. The thumbnail wasn't too good, neither was the title. Last month's PowerPoint. The PowerPoint videos are not very these are for a select group of people. And the Honora/Conclave discussion didn't do too well, and that's kind of upsetting, as I have in my next up point. I really liked the Honora/Conclave discussion. It was very fun to do. The chapter reviews are the same as ever. The other two were stream clips, ... Probably more prepared, unscripted stuff coming in April. True. The Honora/Conclave discussion was the best. It's very fun because, first of all, you get to watch these two movies that are highly acclaimed. And you're like, oh, what are they going to be like? You watch them, you get excited because you like both of them quite a bit. But then there's always the added element of, now I get to talk about them. That's fun in and of itself. But then there's also the Elite RE element to these, where it's like, did Elite RE like these two movies? And that's like, it just doubles the intrigue there. And it's fun to talk about. We literally had the exact same ratings and opinions, basically, of Honora and Conclave, which is fun every once in a while. Usually we're arguing. At the beginning, we weren't arguing when we were doing the Great Black Sails and just saying how every scene was the greatest scene of all time. Just like Honora here. So that was really fun. I am trying to get him to do other stuff like that. I'm going to get into that in a second here. Groot stuff might come back. Jockey Bacon was on a holiday, or he was in America. He actually did a video with It's Mia, reviewing Vinland Saga chapter 208 that just happened. It was a big chapter, so that worked out for them. I haven't actually watched more than like 2 minutes of it. I am going to watch it soon, though, which means me and Elite RE might be doing just the two of us for a Vinland Saga chapter review as a little funny get back. So the four of us are probably going to do something. I think everybody is available to do something this month. We've sort of been... Bakano and Uzumaki have been the things on the top of the list. Bakano's not going to get any views. Uzumaki might. There's also Serial Experiments Lane we could do, but I don't know. We aren't too motivated by views that much on those things. Plus, it's just the added thing of, now there's four people, and what's everybody going to think? And we sort of have different tastes generally. And also, the last few ones we've done. Have we done one with the four of us that wasn't Vinland Saga? Because it was just me, Ari, and Mia for... we did Fire Punch, which was the four of us. And there was an eclectic group of opinions on Fire Punch there. I forgot we did Fire Punch completely. I'm just like, we did the Great Gunbuster, the terrific Die Buster. Jockey Bacon wasn't around for any of them. Slacking off, what a loser. But outside of that, part one of Cowboy Bebop with Jockey Bacon, which I'm pretty sure is the first 13 episodes, should be out this month, relatively soon. I have already started watching. I've seen 6 episodes, and I stopped. I was up to 5, and then Bacon told me he was going on holiday, so it probably would have come out last month if that hadn't happened. So that will probably be this month. I've only got 7 episodes to watch. Well, I got a notification I've got to cut out of this video now. Isn't that terrible? I think I was talking about Cowboy Bebop with Bacon should be out. Karanoki Yokai, I've seen 2 of them. So me and Elite RE, that should be early in the month. Me and Elite RE have agreed to do Blade Runner, which is only 2 movies, so that should come out relatively this month. And then I'm trying to sell him on Love and Pop /Ritual as our next Honora/Conclave type thing, which are the two of the live-action Hideaki Anno movies. Obviously, he has other ones. He has Shin Godzilla and Shin Kamen Rider. I'm not too interested in the Kamen Rider one. The Godzilla one, I would probably want to watch some other Godzilla movies first, so these two sort of lend well. I read the synopsises out to Elite RE after we did Chainsaw Man last week, and he was iffy on Love and Pop, but he did like the Ritual one, I think. Or was it the other way around? But anyway, I think I can sell him on it. I think it'll be easy. Plus, they're 2 relatively short movies. It's not too much of a commitment, etc., etc. Should be interesting. So all those things are probably coming this month. If Elite RE doesn't want to do them, I'm probably going to just watch Love and Pop this month. But we'll get into that when we get up to our consuming tab. Streams. 6 streams happen in March. -1 from last month, all on Twitch once again. We didn't do another YouTube stream, of course. Elite RE will be mad about that. So basically everything all across the board is down, which is very funny. I actually didn't do a +1 plus anything for consuming, but I think consuming went up by 2. I think we did 8 last month and 10 this month. I think, but we'll get into that in the next slide. We won't, but I can remember it then. Streams are mostly the same, consuming updates and reacting to videos, except for the Star Wars TV show trailer reaction thing, which some people did like. Elite RE was a big fan of this, apparently. It'll be interesting to see if it's a hit on secondary ENT. I'm yet to upload this video. I'll probably upload this the trailer reaction thing sometime this week to secondary ENT. We basically, if you don't know, we went through all of the Star Wars TV show trailers, and by we, I just mean me and chat. Elite RE wasn't in the call. And I watched them all and just gave opinions on them, talked about what I knew and didn't know, and maybe decided to watch one of them at the end. We'll have to see. It was kind of like 2 of them. the ones with the best trailers might not be the ones that are actually the best. It's crazy. But, yeah. Streaming is, it's still kind of on the back burner. I might stream more this month, I might not. Everything was down in March, so I'm hoping to get all of these up, at least. I definitely think secondary ENT and scripted viewing will definitely be up next month. Streams are kind of on the back burner. Now, there's going to be a video I'm going to do soon about there was a collection of really great YouTube videos that came out over, like, the last 2 weeks. One of them is about nuzlocking, and it's motivated me quite a bit. So maybe we'll do another Nuzlocke stream. Or another Nuzlocke on stream. We'll see. I don't think there's too much interest in that at the moment. From anybody but me. Media consumption. 10 things were consumed and listed. We now have the longest media checklist in my young history. We do. We have beaten the last 2 years, we've had 39 things on our media checklist come the end of the year. Now we're up to 41 or 42, I believe. And we're only a quarter of the way through. We're going to hit 100 this year. I just know it. And these last 2 months have been kind of slacking. And we've been more long-term things. We just got to spam movies, or like that cheating son of a bitch Elite Ari just spam short films to get those rookie numbers up. But this month we consumed When Harry Met Sally. She's funny that way. Look Back, the shitty anime. That was actually pretty good. Conclave and Nora, Solo, the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. Rise of Skywalkers, what a movie. We love that one. And 2 Garden of Sinners movies that I have no comment on until we do our discussion with Elite Ari. Kind of a weird month. I do love my... Hey, go back, you son of a bitch. There are the 2 duos. I'm in a duos at the moment. So we had 2 rom-coms, then Look Back, then Conclave and Nora, then 2 Star Wars movies, then 2 Garden of Sinners movies. We're kind of maybe going to be continuing that, but we'll see. So those are all the things we consumed this month. I guess I'll skip to the bottom. My favorite stuff I consumed this month was Nora and Solo, a Star Wars story. Unironically, I'm a big fan of Solo. Go and watch the video on the Ordinary RE channel to hear me gush about the great Solo. Even though we didn't talk about it for that much in that video, because most of it was about Rise of Skywalker, which I thought was pretty good too. These 10 things were hindered because of Chrono Trigger, basically. Lots of ongoing long-term consumption is going on. Going on. Bit reductive or redundant there. Chrono Trigger has been a big focus. I'm 17 hours into Chrono Trigger. Not all of it. Now, I think that's a lie. I think it is more than that, but that's what the in-game clock has. But then if you die, but I've only died, I think, once. So that would cut some time, but it didn't cut that time because it was a boss, and I'm pretty sure I saved right before. I haven't been mad because I've died in Chrono Trigger yet. I'm very good at Chrono Trigger, I'm just, healing the great Marl, or Marley, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. She's just healing. And then Chrono's got revive, and then, either Luca or Ayla or whoever is in the 3rd spot, or the 4th spot, the 3rd spot, actually. Sometimes Frog is there. Robo's not getting as much love, though we like Robo enough, and, I haven't got the 7th one yet. Chrono Trigger is coming to an end. I think I've got probably 5 hours left at most. But then I will go back and I will get all the endings, which I know you can very easily do in a New Game Plus thing. When I had heard of Chrono Trigger and how it has 12 endings, it kind of doesn't. It kind of has one ending and then a bunch of funny endings or fake endings. They're not funny and they're not really fake, but they're just you can basically battle the final boss at any point after 6 or 7 hours into the game, and depending on when you do it and what characters, I don't think it is what characters you have, but when you do it, you get a different ending from what I understand. So yeah, it's but it's not your choices throughout the game can lead you to this. It's just when you choose to do it, I'm pretty sure. I was kind of hoping it was just a bunch of things and then you could get it is a lot cleaner this way, especially for me, and I want to see all the endings. Anyway, we're not going to talk about Chrono Trigger too much, but it's taken up a lot of time. I'm liking Chrono Trigger a lot, so it's taken away from a bunch of other things. It is especially taken away from these other games. Crash Team Racing, it's supposed to be Tag Team Racing in Mario 64. Mario 64, I played a lot at the beginning of the month, and in the last 3 weeks, maybe, I literally haven't played at all. Crash Tag Team Racing, I played 3 sessions this month, all probably 40 minutes long. I do actually like Crash Tag Team Racing a lot. I think it is a really cool game. I know people don't like this game a lot. Mario 64 is still good. It's just whenever I've been playing a game, I'm all right, Chrono Trigger, let me get through this. It kind of sucks that when you finish Chrono Trigger, it's just one spot. It's just the same as Look Back, and that was only a 40-minute thing. Unbelievable. I should get more credit for finishing Chrono Trigger. Also, that piece of shit Heath already beat Chrono Trigger. We hate him. But yes, Chrono Trigger has taken up a lot of consuming time. I watched 6 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, of course. I did watch 1 episode of Lotus War. I have seen episode 1. I still want to get back to it. It just has fallen on the back burner. But I had watched like the first 10 minutes last month, so that has made some progress. Even though I probably said that I wanted to finish Lotus War in this PowerPoint last month. So I don't know if I'm going to finish it in April. We'll see. And I did indeed, literally yesterday, watch 1 episode of K-On! I have torrented both seasons. I don't know, I was just in the mood. I watched episode 1. It was good. I've seen the first... Maybe it's only 2 episodes, because I've seen the episode where they go shopping for guitars and stuff. And then I feel like they go on vacation or something, and the rich girl, who it's pretty obvious she's rich now that I know she's rich, I think we do something with her family or something in episode 3. So I think I've seen like 3 K-On! Episodes. I do want to watch more K-On! It is like cool. It's easy. I want to watch it. I was also watching like a lot of Trixie streams recently, the former Digibro, and obviously her favorite anime of all time, I think, still is K-On! So that got me thinking about it a little bit too. But nobody knows about this. I haven't streamed since I watched it. I haven't talked about it at all. So there is some surprises in the media, in the PowerPoint sometimes. This is crazy. But yeah, K-On! Is sick, and Lotus War is probably going on the back burner for it. We'll see. Anyway, some things that were dangerously shelved for the whole month was The Simpsons Season 1. I'm still on like episode 6, haven't done anything. Heart of Darkness, I don't think I touched. Blood Meridian, I don't think I touched. Pokemon Heart Gold, I certainly didn't touch. And you know, once you've gone a month without doing something, they're slipping a little bit. Hopefully I'll do a little bit of each coming up here. We'll talk about the media consumption plan for next month on the next one. My favorite stuff I consumed over the month were, I already said that one. And then we've got what was our slide for last month, so we can check in on what we did. We said continue our triumph and Crash. I thought I was going to do Crash Tag Team Racing, Crash of the Titans, and Crash Mind Over Mutant, except it says Crash of the Titan here. Wrong. None of these were finished. I did play Crash Tag Team Racing. Finishing up Star Wars, Solo and Rise of Skywalker. We did do that. Finishing up Garden of Sinners. We did not do that. We half did that, and we haven't done the discussion yet. Maybe starting other series like Blade Runner, Baccano, Cowboy Bebop. We did start Cowboy Bebop. We didn't do the other 2. Chrono Trigger and Mario 64 wrap-ups. We made some progress, especially in Chrono Trigger, but they were not wrapped up. Why don't we just start Ocarina of Time? We didn't do that yet. What are we doing here? Zombie 100, I maybe read a chapter this month, though I'm not sure. Again, this feels like it's gone so quickly. I've always said Dan to Dan was next, but I have a feeling a little bit of Blame recently. Record of Lotus War needs to happen. We didn't read any Blame, and sort of my interest in that has sort of gone into the back of my mind. Record of Lotus War did need to happen, but it didn't, and I didn't start Dan to Dan. Ghost in the Shell and Angel's Egg, we still haven't done. Look Back and Look Back, we did. I've also picked out When Harry Meets Sally and She's Funny That Way is nice rom-coms I want to watch. We did that. Hey, don't be spoiling stuff. Heart of Darkness and Blood Meridian probably need some attention too. They did not get it. So a bit iffy on our media consumption plan too. So let's jump into April. Oh my god, I capitalized March but didn't capitalize April here. I'm pissed off. Continuing our Triumph and Crash. It's literally the exact same one. I don't know if we'll get all the way through all of those games, but hopefully at least Crash Tag Team Racing definitely should be completed by then. Blade Runner with Elite RE. Cowboy Bebop with the Jockey Bacon, Baccano / Uzumaki with the group. These are all things we've talked about. Finishing Chrono Trigger will definitely happen this month. Following up with another JRPG, I think I've decided on Final Fantasy IV. This is true. For a long time, it was probably going to be Final Fantasy VI, but now I think I want to play 4, 5, and 6. I've played 1 and 2 before. 3, I have on the DS. It's chibi. I'm not really feeling it. I know it has a pixel remaster, but I don't really want to jump in them. Maybe one day I'll replay all of them through the pixel remasters. But I want to play them in their old preserved state, even though I'm playing the PS1 versions of all these games, really. Yeah, of literally all of them. So yeah, I think I'll do Final Fantasy IV. People really like Final Fantasy IV. Kind of like 2, 4, and 6 are like story Final Fantasies, and then 1, 3, and 5 are kind of like class system ones, where the focus is more on the class systems and the gameplay, whereas 2, 4, and 6 are more story focused. Then 7 and moving on is sort of all mixed together. Obviously 6 is like, to some people, literally the greatest video game of all time. I know 4 is like a contender. Like, if you're an edgy Final Fantasy fan, you might say, usually the edgy answer is that 6 is better than 7, but the real edgy answer is like that 4 is the best one, or Tactics is the best one, or 9 is the best one. And then there's obviously a lot of 10 fans too. And even for some of the modern ones, like I know 16 is very well liked. And obviously a lot of people like 14, but that's an MMO. So yeah, I think I'll be doing that. I might take a little bit of a break because obviously JRPGs are very long. Chrono Trigger is notoriously a short JRPG, and it's taken me like a month and a half. So Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 might literally take me till the end of the year. Also on that front, I do really want to play Earthbound, and I do really want to play like Golden Sun. These are all on the Nintendo like online thing. Um, Earthbound would be Earthbound's so cool. I've always wanted to play it. So, and I know it's another shorter one. These are also all SNES games. Well, Golden Sun is, and that's a GBA game. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Finishing up Mario 64, following up on either Ocarina of Time or Sunshine. There is branching paths we can go there. We can continue with our our Nintendo 64 stuff and go with Ocarina of Time, or we can go with our Mario stuff and go into Sunshine. I have always wanted to play Sunshine. And then obviously we do Sunshine, then we can do Galaxy, then we can do Galaxy 2, then we can do Odyssey, goddammit. But Alita Re might play Breath of the Wild soon, maybe. It would be fun if we literally both played it and did a thing. Though that would literally take like months to play, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure I would want to do most things in that game. But I don't want to play Breath of the Wild without at least beating Ocarina of Time. And obviously if we do Ocarina of Time next, then it's like, do we go to Majora's Mask? Do we go to Breath of the Wild? Do we just skip Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and stuff like that? My guess is that Mario 64 might not even get done this month because I do intend on getting all of the stars, and that's going to take a long time, I think. And it's very frustrating and hard at points. Zombie 100, I've always said Dun Dun was next. This is kind of what we had on our last month's thing. Zombie 100 probably isn't going to get finished because I'm kind of doing that at a very leisurely pace. I did have an instinct at some point in the month to just start Dan to Dan because I was interested. I must have seen something. But on the manga front, these are kind of the two right now. I was very motivated to do some manga towards about this time last month. Right now, I'm more motivated to do anime, weirdly enough. You know, it sort of rocks back and forth, hence we started K-On!, etc. Anyway, on the movies front, we've got Ghost in the Shell / Angel's Egg, which is definitely happening. I'm finally going to do that. It's kind of been on these for like months now. And Love and Plop and Ritual, we're trying to get a leader to do that. Heart of Darkness and Blood Meridian, I think I should probably focus on Heart of Darkness because I will probably finish it in April. It is relatively short. Problem is I'm kind of more interested in Blood Meridian. Though, from what I've read so far, I do like Heart of Darkness better. But obviously Blood Meridian is at the very beginning and all the interesting stuff people always talk about hasn't started yet. We'll have to see. I don't know. Reading hasn't been on the front of my mind either. Then with anime, we've got K-On!, which I'm very excited for. Record of Lodoss, which I should just get through. And maybe a Yamada's First Time rewatch. I've been feeling it. I did write in my notepad when I started K-On!. It was like K-On! And Yamada's First Time. And then I was trying to find like good quality things. And like none of the streaming sites were good enough quality for me because now I'm a little whore with the quality. So I had to torrent K-On!. And you know, I've always watched Yamada's First Time on my phone. So I'm like, maybe I should just watch it on my phone and then I don't have to care about quality too much. So I've had a bit of like philosophical disagreement with myself there on how to watch Yamada's First Time again. So we'll see. The Last of Us Season 1 rewatch is also supposed to happen before April 13th. So I got to start that very soon. If I, like, my track record is probably not one episode a day. And if I was to do one episode a day, I'd have to start, like, very soon. So we'll have to get into that. And then Season 2 will air, but obviously it won't be finished in April. So that's sort of the agenda. Now, what always happens is something from left field comes in and sort of takes over, so I'm excited to see what that might be. There'll probably be like 2 other movies that I just decide to watch too when I'm scrolling through my watch list or something. So I'm excited to find out what those will be. My intuitions will guide me. And that's basically it. We got to check back in with our goals to end this thing. 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's starting to get to nut cutting time. We haven't hit 10K. We're a quarter of the year is done. You got to start off. These next 2 videos are big videos that I think are going to be very good. I do not necessarily think they're going to be very successful, however. So I'm pretty sure at the end of April, we're probably going to be sad here because both videos didn't come out in time. I'll be killing myself that Last of Us Season 2 is nearly over and I haven't done a single fucking Last of Us video. Probably. And we'll have still not hit 10,000 subscribers. So, we'll get there. We'll do something. I'll figure it out. And we wanted to have at least 12 videos come out this year. So far, we've done 3 out of 12. So for a month, we're still on, even though we let ourselves down in March, we're still 3 out of 12, you know. And 2 this month, you know, that will take us up to 5. We can do it. Better ideas? Well, I think these next 2 videos are going to be better ideas. Getting around to our outstanding legacy videos soon, I promise. Last of Us video is supposed to be coming out. More focus directed on footy NT, especially ramping into the 2025 season. I have so far completely failed to capitalize on the actual season happening. So we'll have to see where that goes to. Footy NT videos get to be shorter though, so there's got to be one. Towards the end of the month, I was like, oh, fuck it, I should just make a footy ENT video so I can say I made a video this month. But then I was like, oh, maybe if I try really hard, I can get the battles video out. And I decided to try and do that, and I didn't. So anyway, that's the end of our great PowerPoint here. We'll be back next month, hopefully, with great news. Who would have thought that we would do so terrible in March? Yikes. Anyway, hopefully there is success in our future. Anyway, we'll be back. Lots of secondary ENT content at the beginning of the month, like there always is. We're gonna do. I'm gonna rank everything I've consumed so far this year. There's going to be a video about video essays. We've got that Star Wars video that's still got to come out. We've got a chapter review tomorrow with Elite RE for Chainsaw Man. We've got the Karaoke Kai that'll probably come out this week. We've got, well, like in the next 7 days. And then we've also got a Vinland Saga chapter review, so that's 6 videos of crazy. But anyway, support links in the description below. Stick around for all that shit. Thanks.